Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. I am so excited to film September's TBR because we're doing it slightly different today. We are starting off normal. We are going to be picking our prompts out of our TBR jar and then picking the books, but we are kind of switching things up a little bit. I also have another TBR jar that has every single book that I own that I have not yet read. There are some exclusions in here. I didn't include the next book in series. I did include some like first books in series. I also did not include books that I would like to read in the fall or in winter because I just have a set TBR for the fall and winter and I don't want to get to that yet. To me, September is just not fall. I'm still not in the mood for fall. I need summer to last as long as it can, even though I am wearing a very cute fall sweater right now. But anyways, that's what we have here. I thought it would be fun to just switch it up a little bit, maybe read some books that I was not anticipating to read. But first things first, we need to choose our mystery book of the month. So we have 4 books left, so let's just pull up the random number generator. We are doing 1 through 4, and let's do it. 3. 1, 2, 3. I really have no idea what this book is. I like to shut my eyes so that I don't see what book it is. Oh, is this Into Thin Air? Yep. This is actually a nonfiction book. It is about, yeah, it's a personal account of the Mount Everest disaster. It says a harrowing tale of the perils of high altitude climbing, a story of bad luck and worse judgment and heartbreaking heroism. I will probably end up actually listening to this just because, I don't know, nonfiction, it's better to listen to nonfiction in my opinion, just because there's like a lot of words on the pages. But yeah, first book on our September TBR is Into Thin Air. This is by John Krakauer. Okay, so here's how we're gonna do this. We are going to be picking 5 prompts from our TBR jar and then going and picking those books, and then I will show you. And then we are going to be choosing 5 books out of this TBR. So let's choose our prompts first. Number 1, we have a cover pick, which just means that I choose a book that I like for the cover. Number 2 is person on the cover. It's weird that I've gotten like 2 cover ones. Number 3, oh no. Okay, this is a nonfiction, but I'm actually not going to be doing this one because simply I don't want to choose a second nonfiction. Okay, number 3 is a free pick. Thank you. That is so wonderful. And number 4, whoops. Number 4 is a romance. I'm like sweating. This is making me so nervous. Number 5 is a YA. These are good ones. These are great options. I'm gonna go choose my books and then I will be right back to let you know what I've chosen. All right, I am back. I have chosen the 5 books I wanna read and I'm already so excited for this TBR. I think it's going to be amazing. If I just read these 5 books, I will be content. I'm so happy with these. So number 1, we had a YA novel, and for that I'm choosing Let Me Hear a Rhyme. I loved, oh gosh, what was it called? Grown. I loved Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson, which is the same author as this. It was one of my favorite books this year so far. This one sounds so good. It says, Brooklyn, 1998. Biggie Smalls was right. Things done changed. But that doesn't mean that Kadir and Jarrell are cool letting their best friend Steph's music lie forgotten under his bed after he is murdered. Not when his rhymes could turn any bed-stuy corner into a party. With the help of Steph's younger sister, Jasmine, they come up with a plan to promote Steph's music under a new rap name, The Architect. Soon everyone wants a piece of him. When his demo catches the attention of a hot-headed music label rep, the trio must race to prove Steph's talent from beyond the grave before their secrets catch up with them. I think this one is going to be so great. I think it's gonna have really great commentary in it. And also, I just absolutely love music. Music, if you didn't know, is like one of my greatest passions in life. And I loved In Grown. It was also focused on music. And I think this one is just going to be phenomenal. I am guessing this is going to be at least a 4.5 star. If it's not, I'll be so sad. But after reading Grown, it just made me want to read pretty much everything that this author has ever written. So I'm excited to finally get into another book by her. Number 2 was a cover pick. And for that, I chose The Memory of Animals. Let me show you. I think that is just the coolest cover ever. This is by Claire Fuller. I bought this as a cover buy, which is really fun, so I think it's perfect for this prompt. So let's just read the synopsis together to figure out what exactly this book is about. I think it might be about a pandemic or something. An unprepared world scrambles to escape a mysterious disease causing sensory damage, nerve loss, and in most cases, death. Neffy, a disgraced and desperately indebted 27-year-old marine biologist, registers for an experimental vaccine trial in London, perhaps humanity's last hope for a cure. Though isolated from the tumult outside, she and the other volunteers cannot hide from the mistakes that led them there. As London descends into chaos outside the hospital windows, Neffy befriends Leon, who, before the outbreak, had been working on a controversial technology that allows users to revisit their memories. She withdraws into projections of her past, a childhood bisected by divorce, a recent love affair, her obsessive research with octopuses, and one mistake that ends her career. The lines between past, present, and future begin to blur, and Neffy is left with a defining question: how far will she go to rescue herself and those she loves? So this sounds like it could be kind of emotional. The last, kind of pandemic book I read, I really did not like. So I have hope for this one. Again, this cover is so cool. So next we have a free pick, and for this one, I chose Dune, the graphic novel, book 1. I have read the entire Dune series. It is one of my top 5 favorite series of all time. I love Dune, and so I'm really excited to get into the graphic novels. I have quite a busy month in September. I'm actually going on a vacation for like a full week, and we're going to Disneyland, so there's not going to be pretty much any reading done. So I'm thinking maybe I will bring Dune along with me, so if we have any time or we're just like at the pool or something, I think this would be a really fun one to read. Next we had Person on the cover, and for that I chose Mistborn book 3, called The Hero of Ages, and there is a person on the cover. I have been wanting to get to this one so bad ever since I finished book number 2, which is called The Will of Ascension. This series has me in a chokehold. I am so obsessed. I get the Brandon Sanderson hype. I love Mistborn, and I'm so excited to finish out this trilogy this month. I'm so sad it's gonna be over, but I already know I am going to be rereading this series like as soon as possible. I do have like all the books on audiobook, so I will be reading this. And then finally we had a romance, and for that I chose Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. I'm so glad I was able to buy the original cover because now it's like traditionally published, and so there's a new cover that I really don't like. I'll put the picture here of what it looks like. I'm just not a fan of that, but this one is so cute. I love it so much. This one is about, I think, these two people who have disabilities, and then something happens in their life that brings them together, and I've just heard that the guy in here is just so amazing and sweet and caring. I've just heard that they are mature, and that's what I want in a romance. I'm tired of this miscommunication. I'm tired of people acting like they're in middle school still. I'm ready to read this. I've had this on my TBR for quite some time. Also, that font is absolutely lovely. I'm really, really excited to get to this. It's like probably one of my most anticipated romances of all time. Now it is the part of the video that I'm actually terrified for. It is time to choose our 5 books out of my physical TBR. Obviously, if I pick a book that was in this stack, I'm just going to repick, but most likely I will not. Oh my God, my heart is beating. Woo! Book number 1, here we go. Oh my gosh, Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Let me grab that real quick. So I got Book Lovers out. This is by Emily Henry. What's really weird is I had this crazy intuition that I was going to be reading this book in September. As I was writing it on the paper, I was like, I feel like I'm going to be pulling this book, which is super duper strange. But this is another romance. It is bookish, and that's all I know about it. I've read the synopsis multiple times, but for some reason it's not retaining in my brain. Like, I cannot remember what this book is about. All I know is I've read 3 Emily Henry books that I've really enjoyed, and I think I'm gonna love this one. So far we have 2 romances on our TBR, which actually scares me because I'm not much of a romance reader. But again, this has really awesome font, so I think I could read this quickly. All right, book number 2. Ooh, this is so scary. Long title. Okay, you can't read it, but it says, everyone in my family has killed someone. This is so fun. Let me go grab that book. This TBR is turning out so good. So, everyone in my family has killed someone. This is kind of like a cozy murder mystery, I'm pretty sure. It says, everyone in my family has killed someone. Some of us, the high achievers, have killed more than once. I'm not trying to be dramatic, but it is the truth. Some of us are good, others are bad, and some just unfortunate. Have I killed someone? Yes, I have. Who was it? Let's get started. Oh my gosh, this sounds so fun, and every review I have seen of this is just phenomenal. This is a great book to add to our September TBR, and it is a good transition book into fall, I think. Book number 3. Here we go. I'm out of breath from running around grabbing books. Yes, yes. Ah! This is A Dance of Cloaks, which is actually right here. I just recently got this book and it sounds so good. Here is the cover. It's just like an old fantasy cover, you know? But this one says, Thren Fellhorn is the greatest assassin of his time. All the thieves' guilds of the city are under his unflinching control. If he has his way, death will soon spill out of the shadows and into the streets. Aaron is Thren's son, trained to be heir to his father's criminal empire. He's cold, ruthless, everything an assassin should be. But when Aaron risks his life to protect a priest's daughter from his own guild, he glimpses a world beyond poison daggers and the iron rule of his father. I think there's a lot of books in this series, and I'm so happy that I chose this one. Ah! I've been wanting to get to this so bad. I don't know why, but I just feel so intrigued by it. I am drawn to the series. If I don't like it, I will be so shocked. Okay, we're doing so well. This is crazy. Book number 4. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. This is Cascade Failure. This has been on a previous TBR. Let me grab it. Okay, here we have it. Cascade Failure by LM Sagas. This one just came out this year, I believe. And I'll just read the back of it for you. It says, there are only 3 real powers in the spiral. Corporate power of the trust versus the union's labor leverage. And between them, the guild tries to keep everyone's hands above the table. It ain't easy. Branded a guild deserter, Jal accidentally lands a ride on a guild ship, helmed by an AI with the ship's engineer/medic who doesn't see much of a difference between the 2 jobs. And don't make me shoot you, XO. The guild crew of the Ambit is a little different. They're also in over their heads. Responding to a distress call from an abandoned planet, they find a mass grave and a live programmer who knows how it happened. The Trust has plans. This isn't the first dead planet, and it's not going to be the last, unless the crew of the Ambit can stop it. So this one sounds like a goofy, fun time. It is just like the coolest cover. This was like also one of my most anticipated reads of the year. I am having such good luck with this TBR. We have 1 book left. I'm terrified. Here she is. Oh my gosh. With Malice. What is that? Oh my gosh, I just bought this book. Hang on, let me go grab it. So this, here's the cover. With Malice by Eileen Cook. This book I found at a thrift store, and I thought it just sounded like a really good time. It says, Jill Charon's senior trip to Italy was supposed to be the adventure of a lifetime, and then the accident happened. Waking up in a hospital room, her leg in a cast, stitches in her face, and a big blank canvas where the last 6 weeks should be, 18-year-old Jill comes to discover she was involved in a fatal accident in her travels abroad. She was jetted home by her affluent father in order to receive quality care that includes a lawyer and a press team, because maybe the accident wasn't an accident. Wondering not just what happened, but what she did, Jill tries to piece together the events of the past 6 weeks before she loses her thin hold on her once perfect life. This book I don't know. It just sounds so exciting to me. I love a book with travel in it, and I have not been reading any thrillers lately. And I think, I don't know, September is such a perfect month to start getting back into thrillers. This TBR is so much fun. I'm so happy. So yes, this is my entire TBR. Let's go through it one more time. We have With Malice by Eileen Cook, Cascade Failure by L.M. Sagas, A Dance of Cloaks by David Dalglish, Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson, Book Lovers by Emily Henry, Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young, Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson, Dune the Graphic Novel Book 1 by Frank Herbert, The Memory of Animals by Claire Fuller, Let Me Hear a Rhyme by Tiffany D. Jackson, and Into Thin Air by John Krakauer. What a stunning TBR. I'm so excited to get to all of these books in September. Who knows if I'll actually read all of them. Like I said, I'm going to be incredibly busy, so we will see what happens, but it is my hope and dream to be able to read all these books because literally I'm excited for every single one of them. Wow, this is such a great TBR. I am 100% going to be choosing books like this again next month, and I can't wait until then. But thank you so much for watching my video. I am so glad you decided to give me just a little bit of your time today. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.